hardest working folks in show business. I'm talking about Juanita Skillman. She's not only on Trading Post, but also the GRF Foundation. She's vibrant in the community. Welcome back to the program.
Thank you, Michael. It's good to be here.
We're going to be talking about Golden Rain Foundation on this way through, and you work as first vice president there. You got some updates for us.
We are busy right now, for sure.
We're going to talk about Clubhouse One updates. We got Community Fitness Center. We got the schedule for the ID replacements. Where do you want to start on that one?
Okay, well, let's start right out with the update on Clubhouse One. We are on time and on budget.
I like the sound of that.
Everything is going just like we had, knock on wood, whatever. And we still expect to have that project finished by the end of August, and then we're going to completely redo the parking lots. Repaving and repainting, top coat is.
The slurry on the top there.
And lines and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so that usually has to happen when you have all those construction workers in there and the tractors and all the equipment they bring in.
So we're going to take that opportunity and then we'll open up the first part of September. Our anniversary is, I believe, September 9th for our 60th anniversary, something like that. So we'll get it all worked out together. But it's all coming out well.
Okay, and how about the television schedule for Community Center Fitness Center?
Well, that's been, we did not have television in Clubhouse One Fitness Center. We do have television, 6 TVs downstairs in the community center. And so there's been not a fight, but a disagreement sometimes.
Over what channel. It's like fighting with your brother or sister over what channel we're going to watch after school.
Absolutely. I want to watch this. No, I want to watch this. We turn it on to this, and then they're gone. Somebody else comes in and says, what are we there? So we're setting up a regular schedule. Now, it says 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., but at our meeting on Tuesday, we decided to close at 8 p.m. instead of 9 p.m., so that's not changed. But
we'll
make
update
that
our notes.
Between 8 and 9, we just had nobody there, so they said we'll close at 8. So these are the 6 channels that will be on the various TVs down there, and they'll be there
great ones.
all day, so we're not going to change from hour to hour or whatever. And if this doesn't work, we just can turn them all off.
There you go. You're not going to please everybody, right?
Right.
That's what happens. Sometimes mom has to come in the room and take away the remote from everybody, turn the TV off, and go outside and play.
There you go. There you go. Well, we're getting up on the election period, and that's when it gets really I want to watch this. I want to watch this. I like this channel, not channel. So we're trying to keep it neutral.
That's nice. That's probably a good plan. You guys have the schedule up also for the residents' ID replacement.
Yes, we all have an ID card, and our resident card is we call them the keys to the kingdom. Everybody is supposed to carry their resident card with them and know their number. It gets you in gates if you don't have an RFID, which everybody should.
Yes.
We have resolutions that say everybody should have an RFID. Some people have opted out and go through the visitor line, but 90% of us have RFIDs, and that's what we need. But
for whatever reason, sometimes they get lost, misplaced.
Right, and there's no charge for new cards. There's no charge for renewals, for leases and mutual 50, if you have rentals, et cetera. The new ID cards for leases and subleases, et cetera, are included in the application fee. So now we get down to what are we charging for? We've had a problem with non-return of ID cards. Now, it might be a snowbird that goes away for 6 months and leases out their area. They get a card, they have a card. We've got 2 or 3 cards for that particular unit, and sometimes they let friends use them or something like that.
Probably not a great idea.
Or they just forget them, and they're in our system. So there is a $125 charge if you do not return your ID card when you leave the village. Now, if you have it lost or stolen, but it's unverified. So if you just come in and say, I lost my card.
Yeah, or somebody stole it, no police report.
Nothing, not even, to security, anything like that. there's still $125 charge to give you a new one.
Right.
And that's because sometimes it shows up on somebody it shouldn't.
Right.
So, but if you have a replacement card for a verified lost or destroyed, then it's only $25.
Right. So it just keeps folks from gaming the system, or
That's the whole
makes people
thing.
more mindful.
It's just a shame that we have people who feel that they have to game the system, but they're always looking for a way out.
All right. So what's some of the new business we can talk about? The guys got a $1,000 donation over to the wood shop.
Yes, we did. Wood shop equipment, it's really nice. When people who use these craft amenities give us money to update equipment and things like that. So we have a whole policy of how we take it in, what we do, what there. So
Right.
We got some really nice equipment for the wood shop. We're looking at all of our charters for all of our committees.
Okay.
Not so much changing them. Some of them get changed. Media and communications got split because media moved over to general services. But most of them stay pretty much the same with just a few tweakings.
Yeah, but those are important to revisit every once in a while, see if they're still current,
Right.
those kinds of
And
things.
it's important that new directors on those committees have something that say, this is what I'm supposed to do. Because otherwise they go in thinking, oh, I can do this and this and
Right.
this. No, the charter says we do
Charters
this.
here's what we're poised to do here.
Yeah. And a big one, and we have a slide that shows the relocation of the billiards amenity.
Right. It's Clubhouse 1.
Yes, it's going to be in what used to be called the art room. Now, when Clubhouse 1 was built, 60 years ago,
Right.
we didn't have Clubhouse 4, and we had the art room where they did painting and other arts and crafts and things like that. So it's been a multi-purpose room, and we've had billiards split in Clubhouse 1 and Clubhouse 3, and we thought, let's bring them all together. Let's give them a nice place.
Right.
It's got a little kitchen. It's got tables where they can wait when they are there.
Looks like a great layout.
And one snooker table, that's the dark one down there in the corner. So, and even a patio. So they're pleased. The billiards club is really pleased to put it all together.
And that's a great, for them, it's so many tables, they can have their tournaments and that kind of thing. It's all in you know, can have lots of folks coming in there. Yeah.
Absolutely. So we're really pleased. And when Clubhouse 1 reopens, it will reopen with this nice new billiards room.
Terrific. And we're still looking at September for that?
We're still looking at September, absolutely.
I like the sound of that. And then you guys are going to put on the dog vaccination clinic again, right? And
we do
licensing.
this every couple of years. And we have it coming for 2024.
25, I think. February.
We had it in 2024 in February already, and we're going to have it in 2025. So we had to approve so that they could go through. And this is a real benefit to our residents because they don't have to go find a vet.
Right.
It's much cheaper. It's all right on site. They can get their licensing and they can get their vaccinations that they need that are required by the state right here in the village.
Yeah, the city's required, the state's required, so it's one of those important things. And again, for a lot of residents, it's hard for them to get out and about sometimes, and
Absolutely.
This is a great service.
So we try to make it as convenient as possible, and that helps. So.
And so what are some of the things we have upcoming on the agenda that folks maybe could get involved in, come and talk to?
Absolutely, and we try to tell people not just what we did, but what we're going to do.
What's on the horizon?
What we're looking on, what's on the horizon. Because we love when people come to our meetings or Zoom us and participate. That's the whole point of open meetings and the Zoom is we want our residents to participate. So one that they are, for sure, is our Building E proposals. We've had 2 big open meetings with hundreds of residents who have come to listen and to express their views on it, and that's great. We love it. That's what we don't want to operate in a vacuum.
Right.
And we try to tell everybody GRF has the responsibility of doing this, but then we go to the corporate members, which is the boards of each of the mutuals, United, Third, and 50, to have it finalized. And sometimes that's when it gets political, because the boards vote in private and they don't always represent what maybe their members want. So we tell members now, come to these open meetings, find out what it is, and let your representatives, your board, then vote for you the way you want them to. So we're really pleased with the way that's going up down.
And proximity cards, what's that?
Well, the proximity cards are your resident card, but just the last few years, they've been updated. So they have a magnetic stripe on the back, which can be used to swipe to get into swimming pools and fitness center and those kinds of things. And it can be programmed. So if you have an RV, it can be programmed to let you into the RV lot. If you have a garden center plot, it can be programmed to let you into that, but it doesn't let everybody in. Just has to be programmed.
Access and
so those of us who've been here for a while, our cards don't do that. So we need to update it, and we're looking at how we want to work and getting that out. And then my Security and Community Access Committee is updating all of the traffic rules. They haven't been updated since 2020. They do not reflect that we don't do decals anymore, that we do have RFID. They don't put in things like electric bicycles. And anybody that's riding around the village these days knows we see a lot of electric bicycles.
And they're such great, but they also,
they need rules too.
They need rules too.
We're always looking to update things and put them where they should be.
And we got some other things going on. There's the city is updating their general plan, which is a long-term plan that all cities have.
And we are a part of the city.
Right.
We are our own village, but we are large. We are the majority part of the city. And so when they update their general plan, some of it affects us and some of it doesn't. Now these 18 parcels that they're going to put to allow housing development is not affecting us. It is not any of our area. What does affect us is the zoning change. We have a couple of properties that are zoned for housing that we use for recreational purposes, case in point being Garden Center 1. And so they're going to rezone that to be recreational property.
All right, so if folks want to get their information about that, they can go to the meetings. They can also address via email. I want to put that up on the screen. Juanita, we are running out of time. Sorry about that. But I want to thank you for coming in. Golden Rain Foundation's the first Vice President, Juanita Skillman. Thank you so much for joining us.
No problem. Always happy to hear.
We come back, we're going to be thriving in the community. Stay with us.